pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die, it's scalp or die. Scalp or die, I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die. The thrills my eyes locked on the glowing screen. Numbers flash like a fever dream. Shots align like stars in space. Fingers twitch, it's a digital race. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling. It's my time, precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Sky machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Oh!
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check, vibe check, mic check, screen check, all check. Really good. I discovered the whole new new trick of surfing through my tabs in StreamYard, which is really cool because it means I can actually play videos for you guys and just play lots of different stuff, and we can switch around. As long as you kind of remind me that if I'm talking about something and I forgot to switch the tab and you don't see it, it's really, really cool. You get to see we can do a whole bunch of different stuff. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tony, Christopher, Ben, everybody. We had a great session last night in coaching. If you guys want to join my coaching, let me put the link in here. Everybody who's just coming into the room right now, the coaching is a great deal right now. I'll tell you why. Because first of all, everybody who joins us with coaching gets a $97 credit to do anything you want with it, including get Think Markets, Think Capital Prop, CFD Prop, or you can also get it'd be nice if I could actually know how to do this. Okay. Why is this not working? Save. Okay. Sorry. There we go. Or you can get Apex right now, which is ridiculously cheap. $19 for accounts. Get as many as you possibly can. It really is this is their last deal before the end of the year. I'm gonna kill this account. There we go. This thing took like 7 minutes to finally resolve. The gold trade finally resolves to the upside for us. So this is Ask Me Anything Friday, where anything goes. Whatever's on your mind, you can ask me. Any questions you have in your minds, absolutely feel free to talk to me. But I'm going to talk to you a lot about the version of dots. As you guys know, I trade momentum, I trade trend, and I scalp trend. Now, I do it in a very, very specific manner that's optimized to my personality. You are by no means obligated or even required to follow me exactly. But what you can do is you can use my indicator, which is available to anybody who's in my coaching class, absolutely for free. It's available both on Wealth Charts right now and, of course, on TradingView. You can use it to your own heart's content. Even I am going to experiment with a couple of different approaches to how I scalp that I think is going to open up your eyes to lots of interesting different possibilities of how to make money on the prop account. Is my scrunched on well charts? No, I don't. My screen is not scrunched. You mean this part is scrunched? I scrunched the level 2. The only part that's scrunched is it. I see my screen fine. Okay, this is great. Let me just. Is everybody seeing my screen? Okay. Give me a screen check here. You don't link wealth charts to TradingView. You link Tradeovate to TradingView. That's in my course. Yes, chart looks good, right? I think chart looks good. It's something on your end. I see everything nice and clean. There are 2 platforms we trade with. We trade with my friends at Wealth Charts. Wealth Charts is a great platform, right? I absolutely love Wealth Charts. Both platforms, of course, are available through Apex Trader Funding, which is our favorite funded trade for futures, and Think Markets is our favorite funded account for CFDs. Let me just put the Think Markets logo in here. Regardless of which one you want to trade with, you can trade with both. If you join my coaching, I'm actually going to, you know what I'm going to do? Let me just put my coaching link as I'm going to put this in as a pin. So this way I don't have to refer to it all the time. Hang on a second. I'm going to pin this. All right, so I'm going to pin this to the top. And so the coaching link stays up there. So if you guys want to join my coaching, this is the week to do it because all the prop firms are giving massive discounts. I'm going to give you credit. You can use that credit to actually buy free accounts. So you can buy up to like 4 Apex accounts and a couple of Think accounts if you want to do that. So this is sort of like the Christmas week to do it. How do you think Capital? You got an account with? Sorry. You get an account with your link. Can't find the broker in the options and TradingView. It's under Think Markets. Once you buy a Think Markets challenge, they will send you credentials, and you will go. So let me show you. Like if you go into, let me just share this tab. You see all the brokers. Hold on. We go here. I'm going to log out of Tradeovate. The Think Capital is actually going through Think Markets. Think Capital is a prop funding arm of Think Markets, which is the broker. Okay. For those of you that are trading Tradeovate, you literally connect Tradeovate like this through to TradingView, and now you're trading on TradingView through Tradeovate. Oh shit, we got a buyer here. We got a buyer here. Okay, let's watch this. Wait, what happened? Why did the A go away? Why did my A signal go away? Oh, because the slope went red. I was like, oh, why is this not working? Okay, slope is red. All right, if slope is red, we're not trading it. Maybe it's going to turn green. No. Okay. All right. Just watching this. Oh, it's the vertical. I'm seeing everything fine on. Hold on, guys. I'm confused. I'm right now in wealth charts. Now I'm watching on a vertical thing. So I'm broadcasting both. I just decided I'm going to broadcast both on vertical and horizontal, right? If you're in vertical, it's always going to suck. I mean, vertical by definition is going to suck because it's compressed for the phone. Horizontal is fine, right? Is everybody? I see myself perfectly fine on horizontal wealth charts. Give me a confirmation. If you're watching me on a phone, yeah, it's going to be small. I can't do anything about that. Ben says looks fine in well charts and trading view. Okay. Horizontal is all good. Yeah, just watch me in horizontal, you know. I'm just curious to see, hang on, I'm just curious to see what do they, if I share this in this. Yeah, it's kind of compressed. Oh, I know why. It's probably because of the I know what it is. Okay. I think I know what the problem is. Hang on a second. Let me change, because the first time I'm doing this way. Let's do it. Hang on a second. Hang on. Should I use this? I'm trying to. You know what? I don't know why. I'm just trying to figure out why the vertical is not working. All right, you know what? We'll just leave it like this. Sorry, guys. All right. Chris says it's the best ever. You can read everything. Okay. I have not, Dr. D. I haven't talked about the. I have no idea what they're doing on straddles. Maybe they changed rules. I know that on Tradeovate, there's been no problems with straddles. So, you know, we'll do some straddles on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll see if they work. If they don't, I mean, we have lots and lots of ideas. What's going on, guys? Some of you guys are having problem? I'm trying to do new technology, and everybody's is complaining to me they can't see anything. Just go into good old fashioned vertical. All right, if it's all good, then don't complain. All right. Now I lost all my train of thought because you guys got me. You can barely see the chart. Neil, are you watching this on vertical or are you watching it on horizontal? And you know what? Do me a favor. You guys having a problem? Clearly, you're a minority. That means there's something on your end. Log back out, log back in. Okay. My image is not in trading window. Oh, it's on wealth charts. On wealth charts, too bad, guys. Just live with the fact that you're on trading window. Like if you're saying to me that if I go into wealth charts and I share this, you guys, I'm blocking your. I'm blocking the. I'm not blocking. I'm just blocking the. I'm not blocking the chart. If you're worried about the level 2, then just live with it. Okay. All right. Everything is fine, guys. Whoever's complaining, log in, log out. Stop annoying me. I really want to trade. Okay. I can't fix whatever issue you guys are having on your end. All right. Okay. Everybody's saying everything is fine. Okay, hold on. Georgie's telling me he sent me a image. All right, let me just see if there's really an issue here, or you guys are. Yeah, that's on vertical. You're on vertical. If you're on vertical, you're watching this on vertical, it's going to suck. I just told you. I'm broadcasting on vertical. It's going to suck. I'm just trying to, to do both. All right. You know what? Next time, don't watch me on the phone. Is the answer? You having a problem? Don't watch me on the phone. Okay. Who wants to know how to make money? That's the only question I want to answer today. That's the one ask me question. Okay. Also, it says it's fine on X. Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, go on X. Just fucking watch me on X. Well, you know, that's the thing. Switch to X. Go to X Flow. That's the workaround. Just hit me on X, and you're going to see me fine. Not enough people want to know how to make money. I want to see more people tell me how much if you want to know how to make money. I want to see at least 20 yeses before we start talking about it. All right. Me. All right. Well, it's Friday, so let's do a little bit of fun trading. So, as I said, there's 1,000 different ways to trade, but I'm going to introduce you to the way I'm trading, and then I'm going to ramp it up a notch and show you some interesting things that I'm doing for my eval accounts that hopefully you'll find valuable. So, for those of you who are new, let me share this. Just one sec, guys. View. The fuck? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to walk you through, because it's 9:15, so we don't have any trades until the market opens up. I want to walk you through quickly. And you can, and as a matter of fact, while I'm walking you through, you guys can download this PDF. There's a tiny error in there. I know, I just don't have the time to fix it. So don't act like AI and actually act like a human being and jump and assume that I mean the opposite of what I say. This is always the case. So in the way I trade, we have long-term moving average, short-term moving average. Long-term moving average, short-term moving average above long-term moving average, that's positive trend, below it's negative trend, okay? Step one. Step two, if candles are above the 8 SMA, the short, they're all green. Doesn't matter if they're green or red in real life, they're all green on the indicator because it means there's buying above 8 SMA. If they're below, they're all red, okay? That's how the indicator is colored. The third component of this is if the 8 SMA is green, that means it's positive slope. If it's red, it means it's negative slope. Slope is the absolute earliest indicator of movement, of change of flow, right? Slope is the first thing that determines change of flow, and we always want to be on the side of the flow, right? White dots and green dots. This says red dots. It should say green dots. Okay, that's the typo. Assume that it's green dots. Are positive momentum dots. These dots indicate momentum buying. Purple and red dots indicate momentum selling. Okay, everybody clear on that? Pull away candles. Purple pull away candle means super strong selling. So strong selling that it doesn't even right. Clean Saber says a slope is the basis for him. Purple pull away means super strong selling. It's so strong it doesn't even touch the 8 SMA. It's pulled all the way down. White is super strong buying. It's pulled all the way up, right? The most important component of what we do is range establishment. So everybody always asks me, how do I know if something is trending or ranging? The answer is, or how do I avoid chop? I think the big question is, how do I avoid chop? Because we want to trade trend, momentum, breakout, right? So the single biggest enemy of trend, momentum, breakout is chop. Everybody agree with me on that? Do we all agree that chop is the worst thing that can happen to us? So if chop is the worst thing that can happen to us, there is no way for us to definitively determine if something is in chop or not. But the best that we can come up with, and this is our greatest innovation, is the bigger the range, the less likely it's going to be the chop. In other words, the more, I used the analogy yesterday in coaching of a car traveling, right? Imagine that green rectangle as distance traveled, right? If the car is traveling at like 2 miles an hour or 2 kilometers an hour, it has very little continuity. How many more? Somebody actually, this is a really cool little physics trick that somebody said in the room yesterday. Did you guys know that if you double the speed of a car, it takes 4 times as long to stop it? In other words, it's an exponential function. I had no idea. So that's, by the way, also very, very valuable for those people who are trading with large leverage. The more leverage you have, the more room you need to survive. Meaning, let's say if you have a $2,000 or $2,500 drawdown limit, right, and you're trading with huge leverage, you're going to blow through that right away. So the slower you go, the easier it is to slow down, the easier it is to not lose money. It's kind of the same thing. But anyways, our whole point is, if something is traveling a big amount of speed, it's going to have continuity. It's going to take a long time to stop it. Therefore, what we're looking for, that 5 points in NASDAQ, 1 point in gold, these very, very small continuity movements are highly probable. In other words, if I'm gunning a car at 100 miles an hour and then I press on the brakes, it's still going to go at least a mile forward or whatever, just to amuse me. It's going to go 100 yards forward, right? On the other hand, if I'm you're running in a car that's going 1 mile an hour and I press the brakes, just going to stop and not have any continuity. And since we're trading continuity, our whole essence of our trades is based on continuity. Range is a really, really key component of what we do. So it's green when it's good, it's orange when it's bad. That's what we want to know. And then the setup that I trade, and I'm not going to go through all the details of it because that's really for coaching, but the setup that I trade is I want a few things to align. And I've really, really kind of created a very, very simple 3-structure setup, which is I want trend to be on my side. So I'm going to trade only in the direction of the trend. I want range to be in excess of my minimum levels. And I want to have dots, right? Now, in the classic setup that I have, where everything I've marked here, the dots, I require 2 consecutive dots. So I want 2 green dots together. But honestly, if you want to get more aggressive, you really don't even need 2 dots. I don't even need the little A labels to make my stuff work. As long as I have trend and as long as I have range, as long as this thing goes green, and I have a green dot, and I'm in a positive trend, and the slope is green, I can go long in my setup. That's sort of like the most promiscuous version. What defines a bad orange zone? Less than 10 basis points, TM Global. So 10 basis points is 25 points in NASDAQ, about 5 points in gold, about 50 points in the YM, okay? It's normalized on a percentage basis. So if I have less than 10 basis points of movement over the last 10 bars, I'm not trading it. Right now, this is a no trade zone. Whereas if I go into gold, gold is actually trade zone because gold is the high here, 77 to 71. That's more than 5 points. That's more than 10 basis points worth of movement, right? The thing that's not making the gold a trade right now is no trend, right? It's all sloping down. It's going down. We're a positive trend, so I need green slope, green dots. Then I'm going to go. We're actually, if we get a pop on this, we'll trade this, right? So this is the variation I'm proposing to you is a super aggressive, super active variation that the only thing it filters for is trend, slope, and range. That means I'm not even going to wait for the A labels. The A labels require 2 consecutive dots. I'm going to just simply trade on a 1 dot basis, and try to press and press and press my advantage until I get stopped out. And I'm going to show you some very, very cool ideas and money management. This is, we're all going to do this on the eval accounts. On my regular accounts, I'm just going to basically be very clean. Take a trade, move on to the next account. Take a trade, move on to the next account. That's what I do on all my real money accounts. They're extraordinarily conservative in their approach. And I just basically, as you can see here, if you go into this, I just, add money until eventually all of them go into money, into payout mode, and then I just collect payouts. The way I trade my funded accounts is, like the way the grandfather drives your car. We're going to go long gold here. Okay. So I went long gold again. Why am I going long gold here? And let me see if I can get this done. Come on, baby, come on. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on here to be able to see. All right, and the gold, and we got long gold. So let me show you why I went long gold here. And if I wanted to, I could press it again on the gold side. But I'm not gonna do the next trade because I kind of want to walk you through what I did. Look what's happening here: positive trend, positive green dot, positive green slope. Right? I ignored. I didn't even wait for the A label to show up, like what we call the confirmed setup. I just went long on this thing. But, and this is the thing, if it's not shaded, is it tradable if I have signals? Why would it not be shaded? I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. Can you specify what you mean by not shaded? Okay, it's green. The only thing your only job is to look for green. If it's not green, you don't trade. I don't know what else you have. If you change the basic parameters to screw around with defaults, then you're not going to see it. But just don't touch the indicator, and it will show you green stuff when it's ready. So I didn't trade the second trade, which, by the way, I could have easily traded here on gold, because I want to play around today. This is Ask Me Anything Friday, where we get to experiment with a lot of different things. The experiment that I want to suggest for you guys is what I call a reverse pyramid, or a reverse. I really shouldn't call it any of those, because none of those things is true. Let's just call it reverse scaling. So let me tell you what I've been doing, which has been working really well, like really well. And I think, if I do well on the eval, I might actually take that approach into my funded accounts. So if there's no, it's not a matter of shading, it's a matter of green. If the shade is orange, you should see orange, there's no trades. If there is green, there's trades. Okay? Green means you are in tradable territory. I don't know how to explain it any more clear. Does anybody else not understand that? Is it clear to you guys? The rectangle is green. That means it's all systems go. You're going to get trade setups by the very fact that the rectangle is green. When the rectangle is not green, you're not going to see the A singles. If you're confused about what I'm saying, then just simply wait for the green A dots. Just wait for the green dots. Learn and understand how those things work. Okay. Your gold is shaded orange. Okay, take a look at this. This is what you want in your settings. Let's all go through the settings. You want the candle volatility set in basis points. You want them set to 15. You want the range volatility to set in basis points. You want to set to red. Okay. And everything else is, and then show range zone. You want that to be checked off. Okay. If you do that, you should be good to go. All right, 9:30, we're almost ready to go. So I haven't revealed to you the most important, interesting part of what I'm about to show you, right? You guys want to dick around with ranges, or do you guys want to know how how I'm really banking some serious money right now. We're going to do this with, actually, we got a sell signal in MNQ, so I'm going to focus on trading instead of talking for right now, and then I'll explain to you what I'm doing. All right, we're going to wait very patiently. Big sell signal. We're going negative trend. Obviously, opening range. We'll see if the market wants to hold it, if they're just testing it. It's playing around. The reason why the A is going on and off is because it's playing around with the crossover. Okay, no go. All right, good. All right, so let me explain to you what I did here with MGC and how and why I'm trading now. By the way, big yellow candle. Remember I told you guys yellow candles are non-tradable. This is high volatility, too big a range for the candle, so we wouldn't take this if it comes up. Okay. So I'm doing something I call reverse scaling. Now, this is strictly for the eval accounts. What I'm doing is the following. I realized, remember I told you like that the first signal in the trend is almost always the highest probability. Like you almost always get the first signal done. This is the first signal A, boom, it's done, right? This is the first signal A, boom, it's done, right? If you go back into the charts and you just look for the first A, you know, on the trend side, whether it be you know, buy or sell, it is a 9-to-1 trade. It's a 7-to-1 trade. It's like an 87, 88% accuracy trade, right? So I had this crazy idea, which has been working really well, which is the following. I go in what I call a 3-2-1 structure, meaning that when I get the first signal in the trend, in the 8-period trend, I go 3 lots because that's the highest probability trade. The next, and then by the way, and the point being is that the more of these greens you go, the higher you go, the lower the probability of success, because eventually you're going to hit the top, right? So after like 3 or 4 consecutive A's, you're probably gonna get stopped out, right? So what I go is I go 3 large, 2 large, 1 large, and a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. What that does is the highest probability trade is assigned the highest amount of volume on my trade. And I'm still trading this with micros, right? Still trading with micros. But the net impact of that is fascinating because remember, I'm trading with micros, tiny little 1 micro type of structures. The eval account here, let me show this to you. I wonder if I can do this. Yeah, you can see this. So now you can see this is so cool. I love being able to share tabs. Now you can see my traded account. This is so this is one I just got funded. I haven't even started trading it, but this is one I just started last night. It's $250 to the good, essentially trading micro contracts. I'm not doing any large size at all on this thing. I'm trading tiny micro contracts. I'm already at 250, right? In less than, I don't even know, 3 hours of trading or something, whatever, just dicking around, right? And it's all because I'm using that 3-to-1 strategy, right? And what that does, obviously, now, yeah, if you're going to get stopped out on the first crossover of the moving averages, the first A, you're going to get screwed, but not that badly. I mean, the worst that's going to happen to me is I'm going to lose $90 on that thing. I'm still going to be way ahead on the position. But it's just fascinating how like a moderate pyramid approach, like this very moderate pyramid approach, can really pyramid your P&L very nicely. So back to this, let's go look to see what we're doing here. And that's just, it's just a interesting variation on the theme, right? And so there are 2 things that I kind of started to do very aggressively, which is that I don't even wait for the A. I don't even wait for the A label. As long as I have the green range, the green slope, the green dot. This is assuming I'm on the positive side. And if I'm on the negative side, I have the green range, the red slope, the red dot. I'm taking a trade. I'm taking the trade, especially if it's the first trade. I'm taking that trade at 3. If it's a second or third trade in a cycle, I'm taking to do 2, and then it's going to be 1, 1, 1. It's kind of interesting. It's really, really interesting as far as dynamic volume allocation, and it's, I think, actually even very, very viable for your funded accounts, especially when you're trading with such small numbers as I do, right? You're never going to get into real trouble, but what you do is, we're very, very slow in building up our P&Ls for our funded accounts. This could actually accelerate some of them, or you could sort of like trade 1 or 2 of these in kind of an accelerated mode as an experiment. So it's really cool. It kind of gives you the juice without over leveraging you at all in the positions. Does that make sense? Anybody understand what I'm saying? How I'm running the volume structures? And you could do it any kind of ratios you like. I'm just sort of taking the smallest possible ratios of volume to basically I'm assigning the highest amount of volume to the highest probability trade, and hoping that that most of the time, that 9 out of 10 times I'm right, which means that I am like getting the biggest bang for the most profitable trade. And that's how it goes. Cool. So we got nothing going on here as usual. It's going to choppy little Friday here. We'll see what the real trade today is actually gold, guys. Gold is the trade. Gold is the trade for us to play with, and we can trade it both on the eval side and on the funded side if we get some signals. Right now we got nothing. Gold is basically positive range, meaning that the range is certainly accommodative. Negative trend, negative slope, but not negative red dot. So for us to have a trade, we need a red dot, or the whole trade to turn itself back around and become positive trend. The key thing here is I'm very, very promiscuous with my entry rules, but I'm very, very conservative with my background, with my market regime rules, right? And that's how it works, You have a winner in MNQ. Where's there a winner in MNQ? Oh, MNQ. MNQ is not a signal for me yet because I'm not trading the. This is all very nice because you're trading counter trend, but I'm not going to enter into Nasdaq until it goes positive trend, which it just goes now. We just went positive trend now. So we'll see. We'll see if it holds. You see the moving average is crossed over. We went to positive trend. Slope is actually positive, but we need a green dot now off of this move to make us want to trade it. I'm running out of my sodas. Guys, while I have you here in stream, I want to hear from anybody. I want to hear from 2 types of people. Anybody who is a retiree or quasi-retired, who's spending his time on a golf course as much as they're in front of the screen, and who has taken up prop trading. Email me. I'm going to put my email address here, contact@bktrader.com. Specifically, I want to know if any of you guys, if you've been a funded trader, meaning you got paid out, bktraders.com. If you're contact@bktraders, yeah, Jesus Christ, I can't spell. You just email me, please. I really, really want to talk to you. We're doing something super interesting, super special for the community. I'd love to be able to share your story. If you are enjoying your retirement, having a fun time prop trading, and even getting a little bit of payout, I want to hear from you. So that's one type of person. And the other type of person is if you are not retired, if you're a business person, and you're doing this kind of also for fun or side gig, I also want to hear from you, because we're trying to kind of collect individual stories for a conversation we want to have with everybody about prop trading. So please, 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 anybody, I'm just curious, anybody in the room right now that I'm talking to you guys, are you retired and are you prop trading? Have you gotten paid out? Raise your hand. Let me know. Nice, nice. Yep. Okay, super. Super. Anyways, email me, guys. I'd love to talk to you. And if you're like a business owner, I mean, yeah. If it's a hobby or it's, oh, look at this. Look at this. Big sell. What happened? Do we have news on the flow here? What the fuck is this? It's not even like, wow, it was a big drop. Did something happen? Let's see. See, I love popping around now through my screens. Hemek would prefer for Fed policy to be a little more restrictive than current level. Maybe that's what's hitting it now. Also said it really, really is important that we bring inflation. So these are all hawkish. Yeah, all this hawkish commentary from the Fed people. Okay. Let's see if there's anything here. Super. So thank you guys. Just, email us out. Love to hear from you guys. Yeah, Gobi was. I mean, all the Fed speakers are hawkish. So that's kind of maybe weighing a little bit. We'll see if that's if that's having an impact. Not having any impact on gold. Gold is kind of holding bid still, having a good time. Nothing going on here. All right, gold getting another white dot. Remember, positive. This is a trade for us, and we'll happily do this. If we have positive slope, positive range, positive trend, we just need a white dot or green dot, and if we get that, we can take the gold trade. Again, it's not even an A label trade. We're just going to kind of front run this flow if we get the signal, but so far we're not getting anything. Good morning. Who's new to the show? Say hello to me. Anybody coming in from Middle East? It's really late there for you guys. So guys, don't forget, Apex really, really cheap right now until Tuesday. Get as many. Yalla, Anil, nice to have you. You're trading from Dubai, right? Good morning. Oh, it's not. It's only it's 6:14 p.m. Where are you, Baba? Okay, are you in Dubai? Oh, Iran. Okay. Okay. Hi, Jay. Nice to meet you. Welcome. It's a little quiet. We're just twiddling our thumbs, dicking around right now. Um, we got no signals, which is fine because when there's no signals, there's nothing for us to do. If you're kind of interested in understanding the basics of what I do, here's my PDF for my strategy put together in slides. You can just download it for free over here. Feel free to take a look at it. You can ask me any questions you like. But the basic idea is we're looking for positive trend, positive slope, positive momentum, positive range. We get those four things going. We're going to take a trade. Um, right now we're looking at gold. Gold is positive trend, short term above long term, positive slope, actually green slope, no momentum, so no signals on gold. On Nasdaq, we're actually slipping down. We're slipping down into negative territory, and Nasdaq is now negative trend, positive range. It now needs to have like a big red dot on it. If we get a red dot move here we go. Here we go. This Nasdaq trade right now developing. Again, it's not even a signal for me because we need double dots for signals. But we're gonna front run this. We're gonna do a single dot trade in this because we're doing this for our more aggressive evaluation account. And if this thing closes with a red dot, I'm gonna short it. But I'm waiting. I need to make sure that the sellers have control of the candle. 18, 19 seconds left. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Short. I was short. Oh, that was super fast, guys. Wow. You didn't even see this. Let me show you. Wow, you guys did not even see this. Why didn't it even show it to me? Oh, I know why. Hold on. No. Why is it not showing? Why is this not showing? This is the 191. 191. Wow, that's weird. Sometimes it takes a while for TradingView to actually display the trade because that was a super fast trade. Anyways, I was short here. It got done literally in 1 second. For those of you guys who saw it. Wow, why is this not showing? It's just weird. All right, you're gonna have to take my word for it that it's a legit trade. Hmm. And if you took this trade on a continuity basis, it would have also made money. So whether you came in early or late, it got done. That's weird. I don't know why it's not marking my trade. Yeah, there's literally, I don't want to show this to you. It's literally 1 second trade. If you look at this on the bottom over here, this is really, really wild. Where's my, look at this thing. So enters at 47.59 and closes at 48. 1 second trade for 30, right then and there. So it was a super fast trade. But that's what it is. That's the great thing about this. You wait, and then when when it hits you, it's like a sniper shot. You hit it, and you're good to go. And now we're just again doing nothing. Everything is in a negative trend in NAS. So red dots will give us more chances to trade. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to do. The next trade I'm going to do is I'm going to go at the 2-lot level, right? So I came in with the largest size. The second size is going to be a medium size, and the third size will be the smallest. The idea is that the further down the path you go, the more likely you're going to hit a bottom eventually on this trend. And if I don't, if this bounces right back up, then no harm, no foul. I don't have a trade. So I'm not committing anything until I have some continuity, some examples of continuity. In the meantime, gold. Okay, we're going to buy some gold here. Gold is finally breaking out. I missed this trade, but we're going to trade if this gives me a green dot, we're going to trade this one. I'm going to probably trade it at a smaller two-lot ratio on this. $34 seconds, no go, no trade. Anybody take the NASDAQ trade with me? Can I see a show of hands? Anybody took it? Why did I trade micros instead of minis? Because I want to stay in the game, baby. Because I stay alive. I trade, I talked in coaching how I passed evals in less than 1 hour trading minis. But it's a do or die game. If I want to play Russian roulette, I play minis. If I want to stay alive and thrive, I trade micros. Even if you were late, Bob, you could have taken it because there was a follow-on trade with the A label after that. So Gina killing it, baby. Nice job. Katie, look at that. The ladies are killing it, guys, as always. Just waiting to see if I can break the top of the box. Gold is the dream today. We're going to take this trade here. Big breakout trade here. It's not a double dot, but it's an upward. It's within our new loose parameters for scalping. Okay, buy. All right, so now it's finally showing my thing. Ooh, look at that! It went almost 7 ticks in my favor right away. Let's see if it can pop itself up. It really popped hard. 82.8 is the high today. I may not be. This may kind of die out on me because it was a really big burst. But let's see. We'll stay in the game. See if it can play itself out. That's why I don't have the full size on. I have like a medium size on this one. Oh, and we're done. And we're done. Nicely. Oh, look at this. TradingView finally showed my trade. This was the trade that I did. This was so fast. It took TradingView a whole 20 minutes to process my trade. Anyways, the gold trade gets banked. Oh, Dr. G has like this. If you're a New Yorker, this really rings true. By the way, hitting potholes at low speed is the key to surviving New York City. William, I'm trading one tiny ass little micro on my funded accounts. I've showed this a million times, and I'm happy to show it again. Look at this. All of these are all funded accounts, and I'm just slowly but surely moving them all to profit. Okay. This keeps me from getting stopped out margined out, all that kind of stuff. Now, it's not glamorous, it's not glorious, but that is how money is made in the real world. When I want to gamble and go large, I'll go minis on my evals and get myself funded in a matter of hours. I think that's the motto. You get funded in a matter of hours, you get paid in a matter of months. And I think if you have that formula in your head, you're going to be in much better shape. You got gold, Bob. Good job. Good job. Look, you don't have to trade my way. You could trade bigger, you could trade smaller, you can trade longer. This works for me because I know my own worst instincts. I love nothing more than to be large and in charge, and that has been a reason how I got blown out. So no reason for me to do this. You see, by the way, how this is the interesting takeaway from today's analysis and today's trading is that what you really need is market regime, right? If you can figure out the narrative of the market, almost anything you do is going to work. And if you can't figure out the narrative of the market, nothing you do is going to work. And so what are the three components? By the way, this is a trade. I'm just not taking it because I'm going to wax philosophical and I can't do both. So if you guys took that trade, that would have worked for you. But I can either pontificate or I can trade. I can't do both at the same time. So let me pontificate for a second. So because you guys can see I do 1,000 trades. They all prove themselves right. Why are they proving themselves right? Good job. Bob got that one too. Bob, you're killing it today. Good for you. What do I mean by the narrative of the market? What I mean by that is if you're on the right side of the flow, of the price flow, almost nothing you do will make you lose money. And if you're on the wrong side of the flow, almost nothing you do will help you, will stop you from losing money. And the way I define flow or narrative is these three things. I want to have trend, so I'm on the positive side of the trend. I want to have slope, so I have slope, and I want to have momentum. And then how I have momentum, whether it's 2 dots, 1 dot, triple dots, dot on my ass, pimple on my ass, it really doesn't matter. If you don't have those 3 primary ingredients correct, it's not going to be a good trade. When you have those 3 primary ingredients, you could literally almost be blind. You can just fuck it, buy it, I don't care. And it should take you to profit most of the time. Now, I'm simplifying and I'm obviously exaggerating, but the point being is I'm not audible. Do you guys hear me? Testing. I'm fine. Anybody hear me? Give me a sound check, please. Okay. All right. So thank you. Okay. If I'm not audible, just log in, log out. Okay. William, I'm exaggerating. So the people, including my partner, is like the worst person. Kathy is the most literal person in the world, and I'm the most allegorical one. Almost nothing I say is actually really true. Everything I say is an exaggeration because I'm a Gemini. I always dramatize and embellish the truth. So if I'm telling you you want to have 1 trillion dots, you don't actually literally have to have 1 trillion dots, right? So I beg you, please never take me literally. Take me figuratively, okay? And everything I'm saying is descriptive, right? What I'm basically trying to show you and teach you is that it's much more important to get the big picture right than to focus on the tiny little minutia of the small picture. If you get the big picture right, almost nothing you do will fuck up your trade. And the reverse, if you get the big picture wrong, almost nothing you do will work. If you're interested in learning how to trade, please join. I put the link is pinned. My coaching group is probably the best way for you to do that. All of our lessons are archived. You can literally go through like 100 different lessons of what we do, how we trade, what the methodology is, all the tool sets, everything. It's a really, really good idea. Plus, you get to start with free prop accounts. I'll give you money. You can go buy prop accounts. But right now, you can literally buy 4 prop accounts to get it started. Am I trading micros? How many scalps am I doing? Well, since we started, I've done 1, 2. What are we done here? 1, 2 in gold, 3, 4, 5. 4 scalps. I've done 4 scalps because we really haven't had much to do in the market. Usually, we can do during it's early. We still have about an hour to trade, but usually we do between 8 and 10 scalps a session. And that's like a couple of hours. Today is going to be slow. It's Friday is always slow, and I don't see much stuff going on. The only interesting trade today is gold. Gold has been just a really great trade. If you woke up early today, and the easiest way the easiest way, like how you want to focus on instruments is whoever's got the biggest percentage move. You got like a 1% move, you want to gravitate towards that asset because it's moving, right? We're looking for things that go fast so that we can clip small pieces of them when they move fast. So boom, clip, 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 take clips, 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 and make lots of very consistent small profits along the way. And that's the sort of like the foundational way of how we trade. Now gold kind of topped out at the really almost the 4,400 level. Not a surprise. We'll see what it wants to do. There's clearly a lot of buyers that drove it, to peak, and then all the sellers in front of the 44. No doubt they're probably defending the the option barrier there and everything else. So we may consolidate a little bit here. Nasdaq in the meantime giving us a sell. 21 seconds left. Again, this is not like a conventional sell, but it's a red button and it's within my parameters. So I'm gonna sell this if it doesn't show up and it doesn't give me the. Yeah, I'm not. All right, I'm gonna sell this. Boom, and we're done. And we're done super fast. So the reason why I was hesitating a little bit was because this little red button wasn't quite convincing. But now we broke the 500 level, and now we really have like a nice nice momentum to the downside. So we'll see if this candle holds, but we'll come back and sell. But now we're going to sell smaller size because the lower you go, the higher the probability of a reversal, right? So you start with a larger size, and then you go towards a smaller size. Saber, what do you mean by you too? Are you agreeing with me on something? Okay, short here. I'm short here, smaller size. Let's see if I get some continuity. And we get some continuity. Nice, 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 nice. So pretty cool, right? By the way, I told you I was at 250. I'm almost at 350 right now. Just putzing around with small sizes with you guys. Anybody taking the Nasdaq trades with me? And here's a good example of why. You see, this was a red dot. It was an orange. It was a yellow candle. And look at the retrace. It went. We sold here at 520. We had 15 point stop. It went to like 36. Would have just stopped us out. Oh, the ladies are all killing you guys. Ladies are killing all the trades. Katie and Gina are all hitting them. Come on. Come on, gentlemen. Crushing gold. Gloria's crushing gold. Nice. What are you doing with gold, Gloria? Like, what's worth? I haven't even watched it because I haven't had a trade here because we're counter trend. Are you trading counter trend? What are you doing with gold? Or are you just trading? You're trading Christmas tree labels. Gloria is like one of the best dot traders in the room, but she just focuses on gold primarily. I'm actually. Oh, let's do a poll. Friday poll. It's an interesting question. Here's an interesting question. I'm kind of interested in this. I trade primarily, and the upper word is primarily, which is a fancy word for saying mostly. Gold or NQ? Let's see what the group is doing. Let's answer the poll, guys. Christmas tree trend only on gold. On gold. All right, so you guys want to see a 2 minute or 1 minute, Gloria? You're doing 2 minute or 1 minute? William, when I'm trading my funded accounts, I'm switching after every single winning trade. I win, I switch to a new account. I lose, I switch. Every trade, I switch to a new account. This way, all my trades are distributed across accounts. You're doing 1 minute. All right, let's look at Gloria's configuration because it's interesting. All right, we're gonna go to. I'm gonna show you how to do this. So we're gonna take off the A setups, and we're gonna go to gold. To Christmas tree. And we're going to go to, she's only trading trend only. So trend only, trend direction is trend only. And we're going to go show labels both. I'm going to say okay. And now I'm going to remove all of my trades on here so it's a little easier to see. So look at this. This is a 1 minute. Winner, winner, winner. This one is a good winner right over here. Really nice, good winner. I guess this one was a winner. This was before the vol. But it's like 5 or 6 in a row, right? 7 in a row if you go 6 o'clock. 8. This is the first loser. So that's 8-1. 8 winners to 1 loser. That's a really great ratio. 9-1 over here. 10-1. 11-1. When gold, like when you get this kind of a incredibly clean, smooth trend, the Christmas tree trades are unbelievable. So it's a 10-1. This is 10-2, 11-2, 12-2, right? Really, really good ratios. And that's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so you're already asleep. So 12-2 since about 3 o'clock in the morning. That is not bad for government work. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I'm bringing all the guys. And now we got a Christmas tree label on gold. Might as well trade it, huh? Let's have fun. If this thing holds, we'll trade a little bit of gold with this thing. Yep, trend only really does keep me out of trouble. Trend only doesn't mean that it always works. but it works much more than it doesn't, which is all you really need. All right, let's see if gold wants to come up and pop here. 3, 2, 1, long. All right, I'm long here. Oh, that was so fast, so fast, so fast that we couldn't even see the trade. You see that? Look at that trading. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Gloria. Gloria gives us a Christmas tree. Gloria gives us a Christmas tree present. Christmas cream early from us, from Gloria, who gave us the Christmas tree trade. I love it. This actually, I should be doing more Christmas tree trades because it's very much the season for it. But you know, I'm just sticking to A's. But anyways, that was great. Nice trade. Right? Yep. Gloria says she took that one and just hit target. That's right. As I tell you, Christmas comes early when you're trading dots, baby. Really nice and clean. It's the same concept, just a little bit of a different variation on the theme. Merry Christmas. That's it. Yeah. Next week, by the way, is kind of like the final week for the year for us, right? I mean, we're going to maybe trade a little bit during Christmas break, but like it's all going to be bullshit. It's really like next week is when the rubber hits the road. We're going to have lots and lots of news events. We're going to straddle some news trades. We're going to have some really good times with everything. Make sure you stock up on the accounts. And also, don't forget that on Monday, Kathy's giving away not $250,000, $500,000, $450,000 worth of free prop accounts. Like these are not funded accounts, obviously, but free evaluation accounts. So huge amount of evaluation accounts from all of our friends. And the raffle is going to be on Monday. So be sure to join it, okay? Be sure to join it. Nice job, nice job, nice job. All right, I'm going to go back to the A's. I'm going to turn off the Christmas tree trades. Turn the labels off. Go back to the A setups. And I'm not even trading A setups. Although here's an A setup. Oh no, that was the A setup earlier. I'm just playing around. Oh, look at this. We had more continuity. We had nice continuity in NASDAQ now. All right, hang on a second, guys. I got to do something. Something is bothering me here. Sorry, just 1 second. I'm checking something on. Okay. The Christmas tree and wealth charts is right here. If you go to wealth charts, let me share the tab. Go to MGC. If you go into, sorry, you click on this. Sorry, you click on this BFF dots settings parameters. Right. You're going to go in here. Christmas tree labels. They're off. You can set it to both trend only, and then you would have the. So if I did this like right now and applied, you would see the Christmas tree labels. Bye bye. Right? Bye, bye, bye. See? They're right there. So the great thing is DOTS has like a huge amount of variations that you can trade with it. And if, you know, as I said, you guys want it, come join me in coaching, and you get access to all of it, including all the courses and all the explanations that you need. Here's the coaching link. Oh, and here's the Apex link. I keep talking about links. Here's the Apex link. It's actually 90% off. It's huge. and here's the think link. So whichever one you guys want, be sure to use it. And we get the sirens. And we get the sirens. Yeah, you know, my greatest mistake, my greatest vice, thing that I love to do the most is to go against trend. And the thing that I have not been doing over the last 3 or 4 sessions, notice how last 3 or 4 sessions, I have literally been, what do you call it? Super accurate. that's what you call it. I've been super accurate. And the only thing that is truly different about what I'm doing is I force myself to trade trend only, right? It doesn't mean it always works, but it just makes you so much more accurate overall, generally. All right, another A setup. I'm sorry, I missed a couple of trades here while I'm yapping, but hopefully you guys knocked them out. There was a nice clean A trade here on the account. Let's see if this thing. Let's give it a shot. So, boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom. Another winner chicken dinner. Okay. Sorry, these things move fast because you got to know what you're doing. But those of you guys who know the rules, who have the indicator. By the way, look at this. Look at this trend-based structural approach, right? You see how what happens is when you have a trend, you have a cluster of movement, and you're just basically taking advantage of that cluster of movement by boom, 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 boom. You know, adding, hitting all those trades. And if you think about this, I started with a 30 or 3, 2, 1, 1. Let's contrast that with a single unit structure. Let's imagine that, just for argument's sake, everything is a $10 win, right? If I did a single unit entry, it'd be 10, 10, 10, 10. So it's 40. But what I'm doing is I'm doing 30, 20, 10, 10. And when I'm doing that, it goes from 40 goes to 50, it goes to 70, right? Is it 70? Yeah. Is it 30, 20, that's 50, 60, 70. Right. It's almost twice as large in profit. I'm just basically, using tens as a substitute to give you an idea. I'm basically, what is that? 70 against 40. It's almost 190% of my even unit target under pretty much the exact same conditions. Wow, look at this. Ben is trading a 250 account, and he says good enough today. He did 1.5 using minis on 250 eval trading the dots. Good job, Ben. What are you doing? Tell us. Says this ask me anything Friday. It's also ask you anything Friday. What are you doing as far as your approach to trading? How are you trading? Tell me the rules of what you're doing. Because I know you're doing a little bit different variations than what I'm doing. Good job on Ben. Good day today, guys. We hit all of our trades. The only thing I didn't really do was trade a lot of my funded accounts, but I'm just trying to nurse this. I'm really trying to nurse this eval account into what I would call like an adult version of a funding. Like, in other words, I'm not doing huge size, trying to fund it in one trade, trying to fund it in 1 hour. I'm kind of trading it the way I would trade a funded account, just to demonstrate the power of this 3-2-1 structure, right? Of like trading with trend, with flow in a progressively lower risk format. which is really what I'm doing, right? You guys vibing me on that? All right, Bennett says this is what he does. He's using 2 minis. Using 3 minis. If you use 50, you'd be using 1 micros or 2 micros. But what are you using the A setup? Are you trading on a 2-minute chart? Are you using Christmas trees? I'm just curious, like what your entry, your entry exit criteria. Are you still trading 5-10? So you're trading 5-point target, 10, 15-point stop. Just curious, let everybody know. Sabers tells me, oh, look at gold, guys. I'm sorry, but gold is not a trade. Much as this is so tempting, but it's yellow candles, baby, and they're great. If they go for you, they go great, but they're also just massively retraceable. So much as I'd love to trade the gold on this, I wouldn't have done it even if I could, because of all the retrace risk here. These are big extensions, man. Wow, whoa, holy shit. Wow, guys, gold is just, ooh. I didn't realize how much we're dropping. We just dropped. Gold is awesome. Look at these moves. Holy shit. Gold just dropped 40 points in 2 minutes straight. Somebody just came in and dumped the fuck out of this thing. Wow. Did somebody say something? Did somebody say something? No. Guys, if I was a voter in Minnesota and my choice was Mike Lindell or Tim Baltz, I would just blow my brains out. I mean, this is just hilarious. It's one retard against another retard. Oh my God. Long-term treasuries fell, lifting 30-year bonds to the highest level since early September. As implication of this week's Federal Reserve cut policy stance filtered to the market. So yields are popping. Maybe that's what it is. I was just wondering, like, why is gold dropping? Maybe the yields are really popped up. Yeah, that's right. English in his true New Jersey form is got the new name for Minneapolis, Minnesota. Should we call it Retard City? It's really true. Yeah, gold is. I mean, you could have just plowed this if you were super. It's not that I want to dissuade you from high volatility candles. It's just that you got to know that I'm trading obviously for high probability, but if I was like if these kind of candles for somebody who's just wants to get funded is manna from heaven. You just plow, maybe not 10 largest, but maybe 5 largest, just plow. You could have gotten funded in literally 5 minutes on this move. So there's incredible value here if you want to use them properly. Look at this unwind. Holy cow. That is some unwind. This is the very definition of escalator up, elevator down. This is not even elevator down. It's just being thrown down the shaft. You're not even down the elevator. You're just thrown down the shaft without the elevator. Holy cow, man! Would I hate to be long on this one and just eating all this decline. Wow. That's amazing. Look at gold. Holy moly, guacamole. That is something. NASDAQ also kind of popping down, right? NASDAQ also accelerating to the downside. That's coming in. Let's see if we get a sell signal here. 6, 7 seconds. I'm going to exit out. I'm going to exit out a little bit early. Although the whole thing got done anyways, doesn't matter. I exited out a little bit early because remember, this is the 6th or 7th red dot in the cycle. And the lower you go, presumably, not always, but presumably, the lower you go, the higher the probability of a pop-up, right? So you start with larger size on the first, on the beginning of the trend, and lose. This is kind of a reverse pyramiding where you take away size as you go down further the trend, right? In a pyramid structure, you kind of add, hoping it just keeps going down, but it almost never does, right? It almost always kind of eventually turns into some kind of a bottom or a retrace. So this is kind of a reverse pyramid. You build large and then you do smaller. I really like that. What do you guys think about that reverse pyramid structure? I'm almost up to like $400. That's 10% in a day on my $50,000 account. So not that I think that that's reasonable, but you could if you projected this, you could get funded in 6 days on trading nothing more than 2 micros or 2 or 3 micros, which is pretty cool. Really pretty cool. Anyways, it's fun. Let me just show this to you so you guys can actually see it over the mic. You see this? This is a 3. This is a 3 lot. This is a 2 lot, and then these are the 1 lots, right? 1 lots. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the reverse. That's the reverse pyramiding. You start large. I'm really glad I got a chance to show this to you in real life, because it's always fun to talk about it, but it's much better to show it. So it's 3 large, 2 large, and then 1 large, 1 large, 1 large. So you're kind of having a good time with it. You can't, because we're updating wealth charts. Hopefully they'll be ready by next week. I'm going to speak to Rob, but they should be available there. The thing that I love about wealth charts, and everybody has their own preferences, but the thing about wealth charts is everything is all integrated into the browser. The buying, the selling, the charts are all in there. Super easy to trade. Holy cow, guys. Wow, look at the gold. Look at the gold structures. Unbelievable, huh? This is another construct in the dots structure called the pause trade, which also works really well. And here, you look at all the sell signals it's generating in a nice way. Obviously, a super strong trend. Wow, gold is just dumping. Holy cow! There is not even a semblance of a buy. Look, it says offered now. This is the great thing about markets, is that things can change in an instant. That's why we like scalping, because scalping just keeps you very much in the game on the next minute trade. If you were like, oh, look at gold, it's up $50, it's definitely going to the moon, it's going to 4,500, blah blah. What's happening to your long position now? You literally gave up all your profits and you're now negative. And you're like, what am I going to do? You have no idea if gold is going to go to back to 44,000 or 4,500 from here. You're completely lost because you're wedded yourself to a long-term position. When you're scalping, you're like, I'm buying here, I'm selling here, I'm done both ways. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. Pretty cool, right? Bob says he's less two shorts. NQ is also going down. All right, let's see what we got. Share this. Yeah, NQ is really going down. I took a few more of these trades. I haven't taken any more trades yet because I'm talking. But you guys are all taking trades. That's great. That's great. I'm really glad everybody's doing really. This has been a great Friday. Usually we never get good price action on a Friday. Today is like, you know, Panic Friday is the best Friday. We got really great movement both ways. Everybody's trading well. So you should be good to go. I don't know, William. It takes everybody different. You got to discover what's working for you. I think you're focusing too much on what size you're trading instead of actually finding an approach that works for you. Like size is the last variable. I think, like, actually it's an interesting question. It's an interesting question. Let's put that to a poll. First of all, let's take a look at who's trading gold, who's trading NASDAQ. Let's see. Oh, look at it. More gold traders than NASDAQ. Look at you guys. The poll today, gold 60, NQ 40. Look at you guys. Nice. Thank you. That's totally surprising. I'm actually shocked by that, and it's good to know. We'll trade more gold that way. We'll definitely trade a lot more gold. Oh, look at this. We're finally turning. Finally turning. Wow, holy shit, that was a serious sell down. Oh no, that's NASDAQ. I'm not even shit, that's not even gold. Is gold turning? Yeah, gold is also turning. Okay. It looks like it was just a global risk sell-off all the way across, but it was a good one. Anyways, here's what I was going to ask. This is the poll question. Let me see if I do one more poll question before we got to go. What's more important? Figuring out, if I could spell. Figuring out size or setup. Like, this is a philosophical question. What do you think is more important to do first? Figure out size or setup? My final poll question of the day. Hey, IDEC, I'm streaming on YouTube, baby. We're just coming to X. You know, X is my secondary stream. We're always on YouTube. If you guys want to know where, when and how we stream, here's the link to our streams. Please join the YouTube. Be a member of our channel. Subscribe. You're gonna get notifications every time I'm streaming, which is like 5 times a week, all day, every day. If I could, I'd stream all day long with you guys. It's just Kathy makes me want to work. It doesn't make me want to work. She makes me work, which I fucking hate. Yes, but it's figuring out about your psychology and definitely what makes you sissy. But I guess my it's just a granular question of like, what do you think is more important, to figure out setup or figure out the size first? Now I'm going to argue that it's much more important to figure out setup. Like, it doesn't matter. You can fuck up your setup all you want with bad size, but if you settle down on the core of your setup, you can always fix it with size. But if you're focusing on, oh, I'm only trading micros, I'm only trading minis, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go large, I'm going to go small, you I think, missed the forest for the trees. The size can always be fixed last. What's really, really important is figuring out the setup, you know? Kathy does trade. She doesn't trade live. Like she doesn't go on camera. She trades in her Telegram channel. You can't see the poll, guys? I see people are answering it. It's a basically 30-70 set up to size. People are agreeing with me, maybe even 25-75. It's interesting. That's interesting. So we finally stabilized a little bit. Now we're going to go counter trend, which is fine. No trades for us. You guys say you can't see the poll? Huh. All right, just put in the words here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, all right. I got to go too, guys. Everybody have a really, really good weekend. This has been look at what a great day today. We just nailed every trade on the charts. I think you guys got a really good walkthrough of my parabolic scaling out ideas, and you know, my core tenets: trend, range, momentum. That's my trifecta of success. Go Navy, beat Army. All right. Everybody's really done well. Good job. $1,000 today, TM. Wow, everybody's really, really had a great day today. I'm so glad. Look at this. Gloria's had a good day. TM. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I enjoy. We'll see everybody on Monday for Kathy's week setup. Next week is really exciting. We're going to do lots of lives. I'm totally down for all of the price action. Be sure over the weekend get all those accounts. Inventory all the Apex accounts. You're gonna need them and you're gonna love them. $19. If you clear, even if you buy 10 and you clear 3 of them, you're gonna be very, very happy. You're gonna have those accounts for a very long time for payout function. So be sure to do that. And the same thing with Think. All of their Christmas details are gonna go away. With Think, obviously, they don't have you buy it, just pay it once. You don't have any subscription fees, so you can hold those accounts and trade them for a very long time. So it'll be really good. Okay, everybody. I see everybody on Monday. Thank you again. What a great session. I really, really enjoyed it. I'll see everybody then. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.